Welcome back to GrandOldTeam TV. This is the Everton fan reaction video for Everton 1, Stoke City 0 yesterday. A really good win for Everton. Before I start, you'll notice that I'm wearing a scarf and it's August and that's a little bit weird. While that really nice retro shirt that I normally wear is in the wash. So I haven't got anything else Everton orientated that I could wear other than this scarf at the moment. So that's why I'm wearing this scarf. I know I didn't really need to tell you that, but just in case you were wondering where that really nice retro shirt is, it's in the wash. Anyway, as I said, Everton played their third game of the campaign at Goodison Park yesterday in the Premier League, and it was a decent win over Stoke City. At times, Everton rode their luck. At times, Everton could have quite easily have conceded. However, they didn't and showed a lot of resilience yesterday to come out with all 3 points. In terms of who started for Everton, Ashley Williams came in at the back and was exceptional. It's evident that fella has played in the Premier League now for so long. He's been around the block and he knows what he's doing. And you could tell yesterday. Also, Yannick Bolasie came in for Delafeu, and I thought had a decent enough game as well. A lot of people talking about Lukaku's performance yesterday. Personally, I think it's evident that he's still probably not as sharp as he could be. I think that'll come. He just seemed desperate to score, and at times maybe he did a little bit too much. He may be thinking about it a little bit too much, but a striker of Lukaku's quality, I'm sure that it'll come off for him. I do think he has an issue though, the fact that he walks around telling everybody how great he is, and then when it doesn't quite happen for him, people are quick to point the finger. Another one yesterday is Ross Barkley. I thought had an okay game. He's getting a little bit of stick. People starting to question, what are we actually going to do with Ross? I don't think we should panic. I think he's going to get better this season under Koeman. It's a big season for him, and he needs to, but hopefully he will deliver. But what about the game yesterday then? I actually was going to tweet at half-time, although I didn't have any signal in the Gladys Street. Oh, well, in fact, actually, that's a lie. I could have gone right to the front of the stand to get signal in the Gladys Street, but I couldn't be bothered, so I went and got a beer instead. But I was going to tweet how disappointed I was that Everton weren't in front at half-time. I really think that we could have been and probably should have been, but we weren't. And at times yesterday Everton did ride their luck. There's no doubt about that. So did Stoke, to be fair. But we got Leicester type luck yesterday. The penalty being a great example. The way that Leighton hit it. Shay Given gets down, saves it, knocks it onto the post, comes back off his head and goes in. I personally love penalties like that. I'm a big fan of penalties like that. None of this, fancy little chip over the keeper. None of this sending him the wrong way. Make it go in off his head or off his arse or something. I'm a massive fan of that, and I enjoyed that yesterday. I mean, I was obviously could see Shay Given in front of me just punching the floor in fury, and I quite enjoyed it. But you know what? Yesterday, we did have some shaky moments, but I was relatively content with the way that things went. And at about 75 minutes, I started to think about, maybe a bit earlier than that, I started to think, what's Koeman going to do? What changes is he going to make? But at the moment, I don't know about you, but I've just got complete and utter faith in this manager. I expect him to do the right thing, and I know it's only early days, but I've just got so much confidence in him, and I think again yesterday he proved that he made the right substitutions at the right time and played the right side, and I was really impressed with Koeman again yesterday. Mason Holgate was fantastic. I tweeted after the game that he should marry me, and I think he needs to, because I think he's an incredible talent that we've got there. Arnautovic had a bad game yesterday, and he had a bad game because of Mason Holgate. So that's testament to Mason Holgate there. And I think Stecklenburg was great in goal as well. So he tipped that one onto the bar, and it was a decent performance, and I'm really happy with the way that things have started this season. But what do you think? Obviously, this is GrandOldTeam TV. It's all about other Evertonians giving us their thoughts and opinions, so let's find out. MRK says, I love watching the game knowing that we're not going to implode at any given moment. This wasn't a pretty game with very little quality in it, but we battled and we won, and that's something we haven't done for years. MRK spot on there. You know, Everton haven't done that now for a while. Showed a lot of resilience yesterday, and I think it's really positive, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. Mikey Fitzgerald says, scrappy game, but I think we just did enough to deserve the 3 points. Stecky man of the match for me. He keeps on impressing. 7 points from the first 3 games is more than I was expecting. Same here, Mikey. Same here. I thought we would potentially have lost by now. I thought potentially we might lose against Tottenham. Everton didn't know. They held out in that game for a draw. Came from behind to beat West Brom at the Hawthorns, which isn't an easy thing to do when you fall behind early. And then we've beaten Stoke, who by all accounts they weren't great yesterday. I think they've got issues. I think they're probably going to need to bring in lads, but they're still a decent side, and we knew it was going to be tough. It was tough. We still got the 3 points. Ash Cloud says, man of the match gotta be Guy for me. Ran and harried all match and generally just caused a nuisance of himself. Balassi, Holgate and Williams all looked good. Do you know what? I was speaking to a Stokey friend of mine last week, and he was talking about Mbula, and he was saying, you know, the issue with Mbula is he doesn't release the ball quick enough. And I said to him, if he does that against Everton, Idrissa Gueye will take the ball off him. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah, Idrissa Gueye was fantastic. Doesn't give you a moment's peace. As I've said before, he makes me tired watching him. Mellow Blue says, Stoke came for a point but never deserved one. Atrocious side. Never at any stage was I nervous about losing. As I said, you know, I don't think Stoke are that bad. They've got issues. They look a bit blunt up top, but they were missing some key players yesterday. Shaqiri, Butland, you know, that. So we have to take that into consideration, but still, you know, it doesn't really matter. Who cares? Matty1878 says, by the way, I love your dog, Matty. I'd like to stroke him. He looks wicked. I love dogs. He says, I thought we would draw as the game went on in the second half, but we fought and battled. This is defo a changing Everton, and I love it. Yes, Matty, it is a change in Everton, and I certainly love it as well. We're all pretty positive at the moment. Great start to the campaign, and hopefully it will continue. Now, just before I end the video, I just want to say that everyone's thoughts and prayers at GrandOldTeam with the Evertonian who sadly lost their life at the game yesterday. Really sad news. Nobody should go to a football game and not come home. It's just it was a bit of a sad day with regards to that. But remember to get over to the forum and give your thoughts and opinions on Everton. Remember to like, share and subscribe to the video, and I'll see you again next time.